driver Carrington gets dumped by Benami. The leaders are winding up here. Daytona, the big one is out. Good evening, race fans, and welcome back to the Pro-Am Street Stock Series here at Bristol Motor Speedway. We've got an exciting show for you tonight as we've got the heat race coming up, followed by the 75-lap main event. On behalf of Team Goon Squad Broadcasting, my name is James East, bringing the action 1080p, 60 frames a second, as drivers make their way out onto the grid here today. Let's go ahead and run through the grid order. It's Tyler Evans starting on pole, Tyler McRae starting second, Spencer Breslin starting third, Craig Harrigan starting fourth, Billy Braun starting fifth, Michael Hayward starts sixth, Brandon Shaw starting seventh, Gregory Williams starting eighth, Kenny Lane starting ninth, Andrew Goldman starting 10th, Jordan Babinger 11th, and Dave Gilbert Jr. will round out our 12-car grid here today. Going to be exciting to see open setups, no fast repairs, and a whole lot of action getting ready for this show to start. I'm excited. I hope you are as well, as we get ready to fire off the engines here tonight at the virtual Bristol Motor Speedway. Still waiting for Craig Harrigan to make his way out on the grid. Now the top four drivers after qualifying were inverted for this heat race. So could lead to a little bit of excitement as Harrigan makes his way out in the line. And we're going to get ready to roll him off here for the opening 8-lap heat race to decide the running order for our feature event. And again, no fast repairs, open setups, and no additional sets of tires behind pit road. Makes it a very fun grassroots short track series. Leads the line. 10 cars making their way out for the first heat race of the night. And we're going to get ready to go. So it will be Harrigan and Breslin on the front row, McRae and Evans your second row, and then Braun and Shaw your third row. Getting the field ready to go out here today. Now there are no cautions during the heat races, so we're going to run this from start to finish for better or for worse. As we wait for the iRacing pace car to make its way down pit road, a signal that these drivers are about to start the mad dash of this heat race. And let's see what Harrigan can do up in pole, the newcomer. The pace car comes in. And the initial start is on green here, and away we go for 10 laps in this very quick heat race. It's Harrigan and Breslin side by side. Evans trying to work the high line behind Breslin. Harrigan's going to stay glued down the inside apron, making Breslin try and take the long way around. as Breslin has a massive run out of turn 4, but not quite able to throw it in there against Harrigan. Now Harrigan, normally in a long format race, would have to worry about his tire wear running that bottom groove, but with how short this heat race is, he may be all right here, not have to worry about tire, but he's getting a little bit squirrely out of 4. You can see the back end dancing around in that street stock machine as he knows Breslin is trying to come for him, and there's a little bit of action going on behind. That was Brandon Shaw, the number 20 machine, going for a wild ride. Up front, it's 4 drivers, Harrigan, Breslin, McRae, Evans, all battling hard for the top spot. Evans has the fastest lap last time, 5:16.52. And we're going to go 2 wide, 2 deep. Harrigan and Breslin still on the front row. McRae and Evans, your second row here. Flying in formation. Ryan Rose takes a tow back to pit road as well. He will be out of this event. And Mike Hayward, he may have some problems as well. Now 116 machine. But again, no cautions tonight as your race leaders are hammering it hard up front. Still 2 wide, 2 deep. Harrigan in the silver and black, number 86. He's on the right side of your screen. Breslin in the red, white, and blue, 355. He's on the high line. And man, oh, Evans. Looks like he gets into McRae there. Both drivers able to salvage it. Evans tags the outside wall. You see the Warden torn battle paint on the right side of that 77 machine now. And McRae just nowhere to go. And up front, Harrigan and Breslin still side by side. Breslin gives the wall a bit of a tap. He had it at the line, but not by much. Maybe 100th of a second, or probably even less than that. So it'll be a drag race to the finish here. Breslin shows ahead by a fender. Harrigan answers again on the inside line. And at the line here, it's Harrigan by about 300ths of a second. So he's going to try and hammer down that 86 machine. And oh my goodness! Lap traffic has an incident. Harrigan with a huge moment. Breslin going to try and capitalize here on the outside line, and here comes Evans as well in the 77 machine. He's going to try and catch the tow from the 355 machine. Harrigan running a little bit loose still on the inside line, loses the momentum, so he will drop from first to third as now Breslin takes over the race lead. Harrigan and Evans go side by side. And for our first heat race of the night, it is going to be Breslin, Evans, Harrigan, your top 3 drivers. We have a short 1-minute warm-up. So we're going to hang out and hang tight and get ready to send them back out here. We'll run a quick commercial break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Driver Carrington gets dumped by Benami. The leaders are winding up here. Daytona, the big one is out. We are back and ready to get them gridded up once more. For the final time tonight, a 75-lap feature event. As we're still waiting for some of the drivers to get down here on pit road. There we go, a nice wide-angle shot. Waiting for drivers to grid up. We're still waiting on Tyler Evans and Spencer Breslin to make their way out. Evans makes his way on the grid. And this is not good. Breslin has connection issues. He may be missing the grid if that 355 machine can't make his way out there. as it is not looking good for the young driver of that 355. He may very well be missing the start here. Yes, he is. Breslin, who would be qualified in the top spot, will miss the start of this feature event. Hopefully he can get it back out there in some sort of capacity and salvage some points. And now Harrigan will inherit pole position. "75 laps, no fast repairs, and no sets of tires available for our drivers." But let's see what newcomer Craig Harrigan can do on the top spot. He's side by side with Tyler the Weapon Evans. Billy Braun and Tyler McRae make up our second row, and Kenny Lane Jr. and Gregory Williams round out the third row here today. Then finally you've got Mike Hayward and Brandon Shaw. They'll be starting 7th and 8th at the tail end of this pack, as we expect the pace car to come in this time by. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. It's Harrigan and Evans on the front row trying to make something happen early on, as well as Billy Braun, the number 31 machine, trying to work the inside line against McRae and maybe squeeze up next to Evans. He won't get clear of either one here. As Harrigan extends that gap to about a quarter of a second over Evans. As now it stands Harrigan, Evans, Braun running 1, 2, 3. As somebody goes way down low, that was Braun, and I believe Williams diving down the inside the apron. Having problems early on here, but the caution does not come out as of yet. And here comes Evans looking at the inside line of Harrigan. Now Evans will get some laps led at the Pro-Am Series. And we did get word Spencer Breslin was able to get out on track in that 355 machine starting from the pit lane area. So good to see him out there and getting back out there. Craig Harrigan still running second very well, getting a little bit loose though, and drifting around the high banks here at Bristol. And what's going on there towards the back? A lot of action with McRae leading the charge, then Braun, and then Shaw also in the mix. Shaw and Braun going side by side. They're being chased by Kenny Lane Jr., the number 14 machine. Oh, here we go. Brandon Shaw tags the inside wall, but no caution as of yet. That may bring it out, though, as Billy Braun also tied up in something. As the iRacing pace car does make its way out there, that engine's screaming, so that will be our first caution of the night as the field starts to check up. So McRae, Williams, Hayward, Shaw all come down pit road. Braun, I believe, has parked his car in the hauler. He may be very well done for the evening. We get the field gridded back up. It's Harrigan and Evans on the front row. And look at this, Breslin, that 355 machine. He'll be starting the second row next to Kenny Lane Jr. after having to start from the pit. So that early caution may be a saving grace for that 355 machine. And here we go early on, Evans and Harrigan out front, but here comes Kenny Lane Jr. in the number 14 machine, trying to make something happen on the inside line next to Harrigan. He's got Breslin, who may push him. No, Breslin goes to the high line, while Evans, your race leader, drops down in the number 77. And a bit of a mad dash here in the battle for third. Breslin and Lane going side by side, while McRae and Williams going side by side. McRae working the outside here to try and slingshot around the competition, keeping it off that outside wall. Up front, things are getting a little bit more heated as Harrigan has got down to within 3/10 of your race leader Evans. He's got Breslin 3/10 back, but Breslin may have his hands full with the bright teal 99 machine. Guys, uh-oh, we've got somebody pointing the wrong way. That's Greg Williams, the number 16 machine. Let's see if that brings out another caution here, as there's all sorts of smoke at Bristol. No, we're going to keep it green and keep running forward here. So it is still Evans, Harrigan, now McRae running third. Breslin slots back to fourth, which is impressive in its own accord after being able to come out here starting from the grid after qualifying the top spot. Having to start from pit road, and that looked like Gregory Williams had lawn darted himself into the pit lane entry. So Williams in the number 16 machine is most likely done for the event. Not going to be able to repair that heavy damage on that street stock machine. Ooh, Evans tags the outside wall. That may allow Harrigan and McRae to find some ground here. Great racing, getting a little bit of a good run. These guys are just clicking off laps. Last time by, Evans looked to be about a 10th faster than Harrigan or McRae. As lap traffic will come into play, that's going to be... No, that's not lap traffic. My apologies. That's the race leader, Evans. They still got about 8 seconds difference between themselves and lap traffic, so they've got a while to go before that may become a factor here today. As these guys are pushing hard, I don't think there's going to be much tire saving to be had, as they are pushing it to the limits, trying to hot lap. All these drivers only about 3/10 off their fastest lap of the race at this point. As we are intently focused on the battle for second, Harrigan, a newcomer to the Pro-Am Series, doing a great job holding on to it, but we may have problems elsewhere on track, as Hayward was involved in an incident in the 116 machine. As you can see the damage on that street stock, he's going to try and get it pointed back in the right direction. But I believe that will be our second caution of the day, as it looks like Evans is backing off the pace. No, we're going to keep it green once more, still charging forward. The race will go on here at the Pro-Am Series at Bristol. And I am incorrect as Hayward finds the inside wall as the leaders make their way around. Not the way you normally want to get out of the way of the race leaders. And we're going to keep running it green somehow, some way. The officials may be asleep at the wheel here. Just about at the halfway mark of today's feature event, 75 laps. Evans holding a comfortable 1.5 second advantage. As the battle for second still going well, Tyler McRae has worked his way up into second. Craig Harrigan now third. Harrigan has company from Breslin, that 355 machine. As Evans has extended his gap to about 1 3/4 seconds over second place McRae, and seems to be still finding time as this run progresses. It'll be interesting if we do get this to go green towards the end, who will have the tire management at the end to make any final moves. Breslin doing his best to catch up to Harrigan. He's been taking it slow and steady as Evans out front just hammering down hot laps, consistently running 1/10 faster than the rest of the field over the duration of this run. As you're watching the battle for second through fourth, it's McRae, Harrigan, and Breslin all running within 1 second of each other, while your race leader Evans checking out almost 2.2 tenths ahead over the rest of the pack here. A little bit of bumping and grinding going on there, but that's short track racing. As Breslin may have given a tail tap to Harrigan, you can see it stalled his momentum, having to check up afterwards. As we are comfortably past the halfway mark tonight, it's still Evans, McRae, Harrigan, Breslin, Lane, your top 5. Clicking off laps here. I don't know if McRae's going to be able to get back up front, as Evans has still a 2.9, let's call it a 3-second margin over second place. But one also has to wonder, is Evans maybe cooking those tires up front with his hot laps? McRae, Harrigan, and Breslin, though, still running very close over the duration of this run. Now, I believe all of these drivers have a little bit of damage on their machines. As we check back in with Tyler Evans, he's going to be approaching lap traffic here. That's Lane in the number 14 machine, the blue and white. Evans looks at the inside line to clear traffic, does a great job. Lane holds his line to allow the race leader by as quickly and easily as possible. Less than 30 laps left to go here tonight at Bristol. Evans still out front with a very comfortable, almost a 4-second margin over the second place through fourth pack of McRae, Harrigan, and Breslin. With those three drivers still within about a half second of each other. But we may have problems as Hayward finds himself parked in the inside apron. And Breslin involved in it too. Breslin just can't get a break here tonight in that 355. And Mike, I'm on me roof. Hayward is all sorts of damage in that 116 machine, so that'll bring out yet another caution. And that massive gap that Evans had earned is all but gone as we're going to restack the field here. McRae came down pit road on this pit stop to try and get some repairs done on his machine. So we'll get the field line back up. It's going to be Evans and Harrigan on the front row once more. McRae and Breslin your second row. And then Kenny Lane Jr. will be the last car getting back on the lead lap, earning the lucky dog position. He'll be accompanied by Mike Hayward on our third row, as Williams, Shaw, and Braun have retired from this event. We'll get him gridded back up. 24 to go. It'll be 23 at the line for the restart. Evans out front. He had a 3-second advantage. He's going to have to try and do it all over again, as he's got Harrigan close in tow, as well as Breslin and McRae right behind as well. And what a pack up here at the front. It's Evans, Harrigan, McRae, Breslin all in the mix. McRae working the outside line. He's gotten around Breslin. Now he's going to try and work it against Harrigan. And he will make it clean. McRae, who had been taking repairs every pit stop to try and get those damages fixed on that 99 machine. as we watch the battle for the lead between Evans and McRae. Evans gets about 3/10 back on McRae. Harrigan now running third ahead of Breslin. The laps rapidly clicking off here at Bristol. As now Evans back to about 7/10. Breslin trying to make an outside move happen on Harrigan, who's on the inside line in that number 86 machine. Breslin in the 355 trying to work that middle groove. We've seen that happen a few times earlier. Driver's able to slingshot around. Breslin makes the pass, but can he make it stick through 3 and 4, carrying more momentum on the outside line? It looks like he doesn't. The line has about a half car length. But Harrigan answers once more on the inside line, and now Breslin's finally going to get clear of the 86 to take over third place with 15 to go. Evans out front, still about a fairly comfortable margin, almost 1.2 tenths ahead of your second place driver, McRae. As now let's see if Breslin has anything for McRae. Last time by he was over a 10th faster. 13 laps left to go though. That's going to be a little bit of work to take away that half-second advantage that number 99 machine has. As Harrigan, the newcomer, just along for the ride and enjoying the show in front of him, has done well to keep that nose relatively clean here in his debut. As Hayward comes down pit road. Breslin getting closer and closer to that 99 machine of McRae, looking towards the inside line. I don't think he's going to quite have the run here to try and facilitate the pass. He's going to have to try and set it up once more. As that middle groove just able to carry more momentum down the straights here at Bristol, but Breslin dedicated to the bottom line. Trying to get on the inside bumper or quarter panel of that 99. Able to do it coming out of the corners, but that outside groove just a little bit faster, it seems. Breslin on the inside groove, side by side with McRae. It's 5 laps left to go, but we may have problems as Hayward has another crash, takes a tow back to pit road. But that will bring out the caution once more with 5 laps left to go. I believe this is going to put us into overtime conditions here. And ooh, this will be exciting, ladies and gentlemen. we'll get the field stacked back up. And again, green-white checker conditions at Bristol. If we can make it to the white flag, we will finish this as normal. And here we go for the final time tonight. Evans running out front. He's got McRae with the short run speed right behind him. And McRae, I'm not sure what happened there, but the two drivers get into each other. And Breslin will inherit the race lead with the white flag lap. Harrigan running second. Kenny Lane Jr. has moved up to third. What a finish. The two top dogs who were looking like they're going to be the winner, but it's going to be Spencer Breslin, who qualified on pole, missed the grid, and started from the paddock, from the hauler, able to come out here tonight and pick up a win. It is Spencer Breslin, your winner tonight here at Bristol, in an absolute great run, with luck on his side for sure. He may not have had the fastest machine, but he did get out there and bringing it home in the top spot. Craig Harrigan was second, Kenny Lane with third, and Breslin's going to burn it down in style here tonight. A great race from all of our competitors, and Breslin going to enjoy the limelight here today, burning the tires on that 355 machine. And what was an absolute spectacular race here tonight. So there's your results on screen. Spencer Breslin with the top spot. Craig Harrigan second. Kenny Lane Jr. third. And then Tyler Evans and Tyler McRae will finish fourth and fifth after their last lap incident. On behalf of Team Goon Squad Broadcasting as well as the Pro-Am Series, thank you all so much for tuning in, and we will see you same time, same place next week. Have a great night, everyone.